Ask Us Anything, where we're actually filming inside the caravan because...
Rare?
We don't film inside the caravan very often.
Oh, I thought it was like rare that you speak in front of a camera.
Oh yeah, super rare.
You can't shut her up. Actually, we're coming from a very secluded place, and we're inside the van this time. We're sorry, but if we go outside, we're literally going to get carried to maybe Africa or something with the amount of flies.
Yes.
It's ridiculous. We're currently...
Toddy's...
20 k's north of Marlow, I think it is. So that's pretty much halfway between Coober Pedy and Alice Springs. We're shooting down the guts to reveal our new caravan, hey, and the new titanium dealership on the 23rd.
Yes.
So very excited. It's going to be a big deal. And while we're on it, if anyone is around in Melbourne, Campbellfield, the 23rd of September.
It's actually Epping, 595 Edgar Road in Epping, not Campbellfield.
Oh, same thing. I think
the
Campbellfield
factory.
and Epping are pretty much the same thing. Come down. They've got a massive opening day for the new dealership. It's going to be huge. Heaps of people are going to be there. And we are also revealing our new hardcore ATX. We're not going to say anything else. That's it. We're going to keep it quiet. That's it.
It's pretty
If there's
exciting.
any questions about it, don't even bother asking.
Yeah, you'll see when you see. So
You'll
basically...
see. Wow, that's
We are inviting you to the grand opening of the Titanium Caravans dealership on the 23rd of September, which is a Saturday. And I his coffee's hot.
That's hot.
595 Edwards Road in Epping, so we would love to see you there. And anyway, that's what's going on. That's why we're filming inside, because we're surrounded by flies outside.
Have you just repeated everything I've said?
Pretty much. Rightio. We're going to start with Chris's questions. And firstly, I would like to say thank you for sending us all your questions. I spent a lot of today's drive sorting through them, and we have enough for 3 episodes.
We've been inundated with questions, so thank you so much. We didn't know we were so interesting, but
yeah, you have a lot of. There are a lot of questions, and we're going to start with one that I find quite entertaining.
Oh, here we go.
See, once again, I have looked through all the questions, and Chris hasn't, so he doesn't really know what's
I've
in
got
store.
no idea what's being asked.
So question number 1 for the Christopher is: do you still get triggered when someone?
Hang on. Do I get a prize if my answer's right? Oh no, it's all right. It's not a game show. It's all right. Go.
Repeating myself. Do you still get triggered when someone says that it's not really a truck? That's such a good question. Yes, even though he might not let on. Yes.
What's the next question?
I think we've come to the conclusion
No, I don't.
that they are ignorant and we don't care anymore.
No, I get a bit peeved when people go, it's not a truck, and they keep carrying on about it. Well, I think you can do rego check. So it's live big, L1V, B1G, just check, and you'll land all your answers.
3 things that mean it's a truck. 1, we pay truck rego.
Yep.
2, we pay tolls that trucks pay.
Expensive.
And 3, it weighs a lot more than what it can weigh when you drive it on a normal car license.
Yes.
So there's just 3. Anyway.
I wish it was car registration prices, but it's
We'd
not,
happily
so.
go back to... And insurance and rego.
It's nearly $2,000 a year to register it. And before you can even register it, before they renew your registration, you have to go over the pits and get a certificate as well. So every single year, So
yeah, mate, it's a truck.
yeah, mate, it's a truck. I'm going to wear a trucker singlet. Who was that anyway? I got a bone to pick with him. Did you know who it was?
What?
Who asked the question?
No, I don't write down names, but it was on Facebook.
You're lucky. I'll let you off this time.
Okay, and this second one is awesome. I love it. Being a motorsport fan, Chris, have you ever been to Finke? I would love to see a video on it.
Twice, and I'm going a third time, and this time we're going to be racing it.
So I will kind of expand on that a little bit. We were actually at Finke in 2021.
Oh, we're on to him. Look.
And we filmed the whole thing. So we've actually got 2 YouTube episodes on Finke. So if you would like to watch a video, there are 2.
That was with the Method Race Wheels team.
Yeah.
Team Taylor.
Yeah.
Love yous.
Method Race Wheels.
Yeah.
It was an epic adventure.
Yeah, it was. And the first one I went to was, I think, about 13 or 14 years ago with the exact same team, Team Taylor. So
So how long has this one been associated with Method Race Wheels? Well,
goes back a long way.
it goes back a long way.
Yeah.
Rightio, so yes, we do have videos on Finke.
Yep.
Number 3, this is one of Chris's favourite topics. How do you clean your car and caravan, especially with the Kimberley dirt products, etc.?
At caravan parks.
No. So what products do you use?
I've actually just cleaned it now after, how long? 2.5 months?
Yeah, yesterday he cleaned
2.5
it.
months, yeah. Believe it or not, I'm getting a bit slack with it now. So I don't like it. I've just learned to live with it. I've learned to accept it, and I've learned to just move on, because I used to get massive anxiety, didn't I?
Yeah, believe it or not, yesterday, I think it was yesterday, I was looking at it and I was like, you probably should wash it. He goes, why should I bother? I'm like, I am annoyed with it now. You couldn't even read the laser in the laser lamps. Everything was so dirty. So.
Yeah, for washing, I use the best gear I can get, or the best sponges. I use that Bowden's. The Bowden's gear is pretty much the best stuff. I don't like buying cheap stuff, as you know, if you know me very well. I just try using the best car washes I can. And those big green towels, I can't remember what they're called, but they're unbelievable for drying the truck off as well.
We had a big pile of 3 of them in here just
I
before.
put them away. I put them back away. Yeah. Yeah, so that's it.
So good quality Bowdens, and there's also a bit of preparation that goes into it as well because the car's coated with slickers. It's easier to keep clean.
Yeah. And every now and then I'll do the underneath. So I'll jump on a wetsuit, or if it's hot, I'll
jump on a wetsuit.
I'll jump in a wetsuit. And truck wash under it all, get it just smick. And then what I do underneath it is I use the Export Tyre Shine from Super Cheap, the blue tins, and I literally spray everything underneath the truck. It's like a silicone type spray, so it makes it look like brand new, and it protects everything again, because truck wash generally dries everything out. So, yep, that's what I do.
So there you go. Rightio, next question. How often do you get wheel alignments on your van? Not truck.
Oh, van. That's a touchy subject, wheel alignments. We were supposed to get a wheel alignment this morning in Alice Springs.
On the truck?
On the truck, yes. But that didn't go too well. Especially since I called the guy like a week ago and said, hey, mate, do you guys do roadworthy wheel alignments on Chev 2500s? Yeah, mate, we do it. And, that didn't go too well. But anyway.
Got there this morning and they went, no, you don't fit.
After he's seen the truck yesterday.
Yeah, we went there yesterday to see if we could get it on early.
And
he was super rude.
Yeah.
And we left and he went back today.
We're not going to name him, but anyway.
No, we stayed a whole extra day in Alice Springs for that too.
On the van? No, I haven't. The last van I did get a wheel alignment done on it, but as you know me, I'm always checking stuff and maintaining, and I just check the tyres. If the tyres look like they're wearing a little funny, then definitely I'll do something about it, but this van has been amazing. It's, tyres are wearing perfectly, so no, I won't bother with it. No. Yep, and it tows like a dream, so yeah.
All right, question number 5. When/after you helped all those guys at Steep Point, did you go up the soft sand dune in low or high 4x4 range, and what gear or auto?
Soft sand dune? Oh,
you know, where everyone was getting bogged and we just went straight up?
No, I don't put the truck in low. I very, very rarely put it in low. Golden rule in sand, I think, is you need that little bit of momentum, and that thing in low is like, man, it's unbelievable. It just powers and digs through anything. So, no, I'll leave it in high, and I'll just get a little bit of momentum and just cruise up it. Not that I need a lot of momentum. It's got a lot of torque, that truck. But yeah, no, it was actually easy getting up there. It was pretty cool.
It was a real non-event, actually.
Yeah, I did drop my tyres down to
20.
I reckon they were about 20.
Yeah.
Which is super low for that truck. And it didn't even think about getting bogged. So.
Well, the other guys dropped theirs down to what, 10, 8?
Yeah, 10, I think.
8 or 10 or something, or in the normal cars and boat trailers and stuff.
Yeah.
Anyway, the next part of that question was, can you come back and follow us up?
100%. If you pay the fuel, the beer, and the grub, I'm in.
We're back.
I'm in.
Steep Point, here we go. Take 2.
That was a message.
Hi, Miriam and Chris. This question is for Chris.
Hi.
Hi. I've noticed you have the Boss jockey wheel. Would you swap that for the electric Blackjack one? Cheers, Glenn.
Boss, love their gear. Their gear is amazing. Yes, I do have the Boss jockey wheel. No, I wouldn't swap it out. I have the tool, because I've got the Boss stabilizers on the van as well. I've got the same tool on the drill permanently, so I don't see a need to change it. The big Blackjack ones, they're very big and bulky on the drawbar as well.
Are they heavy too? Heavier? Don't know.
They would be heavier. I'd say they'd be heavier. How much heavier? I don't know about that too much. But, they're just big and bulky for me. And, the drill is just as easy, I find, anyway. So
basically, he's happy with the Boss.
Yeah, love the Boss. Love the Boss jockey wheel and love the Boss stabilizers. A grade.
Perfect. Number 7.
These are easy questions.
I don't know about this one.
Uh-oh.
What caravan spares do you carry with you? Door handle, ?
No spares. No spares at all. This van doesn't fall apart. It's a titanium, mate.
Chris and I are very different people. If it was me, I would have a second caravan towing behind us, carrying spares for everything. This one, no spares.
No, I have no spares. I've never needed any spares, I don't think.
He has tools to fix the stuff in case it breaks.
Yeah, and again, going back to my same old golden rule is maintenance. All the time, every time, I just walk around the van and just have a look at everything, make sure everything is maintained, everything looks good, everything's tight. And that's just, it's just the ongoing maintenance that will alleviate a drama.
I find it funny that she's put door handle with a ? Because we've actually had fights about this. I'm like, we need a door handle just in case. No, we don't. Yes, we
have we ever needed one?
Yes, but not
3 years we've never needed one.
Not on a titanium. we did have a door handle break on another caravan.
Oh, dude, seriously? They're the same doors on most caravans.
And we had to hold the door closed with rope in the middle of winter in
Oh,
New
no,
South
let's
Wales.
not talk about that one. No. Next, let's go.
Moving on. Are you guys going to upgrade the 2500 when the new one lands in Oz? That's Australia's worst kept secret.
We can't tell you. It's a good secret now, see?
Okay, anyway.
Watch this space. Watch this space.
Right.
Hashtag my truck might be available for sale very, very shortly, so this one here.
All right, so there's a question in this question for you.
I don't know why we're even hiding that question.
I just said it's the worst kept secret. We've moved on.
Yeah.
We've moved on. Watch this space.
Oh, I could keep talking about it.
No, we've got too many questions to get through. So you have to guess who asked this question. All right?
What?
Yeah, you have to guess. He has to guess who asked this question. Is it true that Chris was the stunt double for Russell Coit?
That would have to be Mr. Oz Green Room, mate. Scotty Hunter, we love you, brother. Can't wait to see you. You better buy an e-bike too, both of you guys.
We'll be down there to hang out with you soon.
Yep. And they're caravanners now. They're
in
like,
Tassie, this is.
They're like grey nomads. He's just my oldest stunt double, babe. Did you know that?
Yes.
Because he's so great, much greater.
It's so funny. They actually look like each other. They dress the same. It's so funny. Anyway, so that's
Scotty's not as...
Scott Hunter, Oz Green Room.
Scotty's not as cool as me, though.
We're moving right on.
And he drives the Ranger, the poor bloke.
Okay, so this is your last question. It was actually sent in 2 parts because it was asked on Instagram and you don't have enough room to write it in the little Ask Us box.
Oh.
So it came in 2 parts. Part 1 was, we've just picked up our brand new titanium after towing a camper. It seems huge.
It would do.
And then part 2, how do you manage in places you haven't been before without getting stuck? That's a very good question.
That is a great question. If I am... Obviously, I do a lot of research, but if I'm not sure and it's looked like it's getting tight, then I'll just flick the drone up and have a look. Providing you can fly drones there, that's the golden rule for me. Or I'll just go for a long walk. At Coral Bay, was it? I had to go for a long run. Remember that run I did?
Yeah, that was hilarious.
It was actually good. It was a workout as well.
He came back and his watch went ding, and I was like, did you time that as a workout?
And I was barefoot too, so I toughened my feet up at the same
rocks.
time. Yeah, and that was to no avail because there was no campsites up the end. But is that me? I'm out.
That's you. You're
All
out.
right, see yous.
All right. So, am I asking myself my questions again?
Yeah.
Okay.
I can't read.
First question is the best question I think we've ever had, and I'll read it out and then I'll tell you who sent it. Miriam, how do you put up with all the horrible smelling farts from Christopher?
Modern, you don't fart.
Ayla said that.
Ayla.
That's his daughter.
Ayla is my daughter. Yes, Ayla, love you, darling.
And
love you.
I think she actually
How's that
asked
sun?
that.
Is that sun making everything bright? Oh, that's not too bad. It's all
over
good.
there. Yeah, so I think she
Thanks, Ayla.
She asked that question because Chris was like talking to her on the phone and he goes, oh, check this out, and he farted really loud in the phone. So I do believe she probably wrote that. Probably not
And
wrong.
everyone probably saw the story of the other day too when you got out of the shower.
Oh, and he farted and left me in the... Yeah, he slid open the door, farted in the ensuite, shut the door. Oh, anyway.
Leave a comment. Is that just what men do? Come on.
Oh, we had comments. Apparently it is what men do.
Of course it is.
So number 2, this is going to be a bit of a lengthy one, so I'm going to try and keep it as short as possible, and I will do an entire little mini episode on this, I promise, and I've been saying it for years, but
I've been saying this for years.
I'm going to do it. What do you carry to exercise with? How often do you exercise, and what type of exercise do you do? So that was
Good
like
question.
3 questions in one. So what do you carry to exercise with? Firstly, I would like to say when we first started out, we had lower payload, less payload. So we didn't have as much weight to play with. So I bought some booty bands. So they're exercise bands that you work with, and they work super well for resistance training. You don't actually need weights. You can do a lot with them. And I took 1 9-kilo slam ball, and I had a set of 3-kilo dumbbells, and I had my slinky hula hoop.
Yep.
And I think that's all I had. Skipping ahead to our current setup. Thanks, Chevy.
Oh, I don't think we're totally out of, weight, whatever you want to call it. You've still got to watch your weights.
You got to watch your weights, but for me, my gym equipment is really, really important, and I would sacrifice other things to have my gym equipment. So now I have 6 Y-bells, and
awesome.
they are the best things on the planet. Like, they're so good. You hold them all different ways. You can swing them, you can lift them, you can use them as push-ups. Do push-ups on them if you're on dirt and
it's
that
still
sort of
about
stuff.
60, 70 kilos worth of weights though, so
Yeah.
it adds up, man. I think probably the best bit of equipment you could have that's easy is if you can set up a pull-up bar somewhere.
Yeah, pull-up bar's good. Anyway, that's not the question. The question is, what do you carry to exercise with? So I carry 6 Y-bells, varying from the extra heavy. That was for Chris, but he doesn't really use them. I use one every now and again. I use the mediums and the smalls. I've got my light dumbbells. I've got my booty bands. I've got my slam ball. I've got my slinky hula. I've got a little Pilates ball that I use to kind of, do Pilates with, and that's about it. And my mat. So,
it's surprising what you can do with that equipment.
Oh, you can do so much.
You can do so much with it.
Yeah, and I wouldn't be without any of it now. I don't use the slam ball as much as I used to, probably because it's shoved over the back and it's hard for me to get out.
Yeah.
But I do use pretty much all of that stuff all the time.
And just body weight. Body weight's cool.
I do a lot of body weight stuff too, especially when it's really dusty and dirty outside or it's muddy and it's wet. I don't let that put me off. Like, I exercise no matter what, but sometimes I can't even put my mat down, so I do everything standing up and I don't use equipment.
Body weight's really good. If you let yourself go really unfed and overweight, then body weight's wicked. You've got a lot of it, so...
That's true. I can annihilate myself with just using body weight as well.
How's that light there?
That light
I think it might be causing you dramas. Hang on.
It is a little bit...
The sun's going down.
The sun's
And by the way,
there we go.
just over there we have the Garn's going to come past in a couple of hours. The beautiful Garn. It'll and that happened the other night too.
It was 7 o'clock in the morning I went past.
Oh, it was too, 7 o'clock in the morning. The Garn went past and beeped his train horn, and I was jealous because I didn't have mine. So.
He didn't have his train horn. If you missed that, we lost a trumpet. Lost a train horn trumpet. It fell off somewhere on the highway.
He broke something on the gib.
It wasn't on the gib.
It was.
No.
It was at Equestro.
Oh, but you put it back on and we lost it before.
Yeah, there's 3 trumpets and one of them unscrewed the middle one and just fell off somewhere.
And then he screwed it back in but didn't screw it well enough and it fell off again. Anyway, off topic, part 2, how often do you exercise? And that is every day if I can, whether it be yoga inside because I can't do something outside, but every day pretty much.
Yep.
And what types of exercise do you do? That's easy. Yoga, Pilates, Zumba, strength training, boot camp type stuff. What else
you do a bit of everything.
HIIT. I do lots of HIIT training. Predominantly.
That's not hitting me.
Predominantly strength training. And I do record all of my, lots of workouts, and I put them on my Patreon platform, and people can sign up for $12.50 a month and do all my pre-recorded workouts.
Shameless plug
with
yet
me,
again.
Shameless
Jeez, you're good
plug.
at it, aren't you?
I filmed another workout this morning. It was a beginner's weight session, so
Why was 9 it then?
because you were trying to get a wheel alignment. I'd rather have been doing what
I
I
only
was
did a
doing.
workout with the bloke, mate.
He was having a boxing session with the wheel alignment guy while I was filming a weight session. Number 3, where did you get your overalls shorts from? They look super comfy. And that's my little jumpsuit. And you would not believe I get about 50 million questions every single time I wear them. I've got the light coloured one and the greeny coloured one. And I got them from JJ's 2 years ago in Coffin Bay.
JJ in Coffin Bay?
Coffin Bay,
How random is
South
that?
Australia.
I didn't even know there was a JJ's down there.
Coffin Bay? Am I lying? No,
Port
not Coffin Bay. No,
Coffin Bay there wouldn't be one.
Coffin Bay is when I started wearing them. So it was wherever we were before.
It wasn't Port Lincoln or something.
I don't know. South Australia, 2 years ago. JJ's.
Yes, anyway. JJ's.
Anyway, moving on. Hi, Miriam. Where are your beautiful felt wool hats from? Especially your red one. Thank you.
Oh.
So my brown one is a Brixton and my red one is a Stanton. And my red Stanton one came from Oz Hats. And my Brixton...
At the Gympie Muster, that was set
I
up.
bought that at the Gympie Muster. Oz
These
Hats.
guys, they're set up in a big...
gazebo type thing.
They're on the road. It's pretty cool to set up.
Yeah, they got a big truck and they kind of bring everything out and set it all up. So Oz Hats was my red Stanton. Brixton, I do believe you can get them online, but I got that one from Hats by the 100 on the Gold Coast.
Yeah,
and
I think Brixton and Stanton are the go-tos for the hats.
They
really
are so good. Brixton and Stanton are awesome. But we're actually getting some really cool hats designed at the moment by a lovely lady on Instagram. She's
extremely talented.
She makes these awesome hats and then she puts designs and she kind of burns it in there. So watch this space. Those will be arriving pretty soon. So very excited to see what they will be like.
She's amazing, yeah.
Yes. Hi, this is a good one. Hi, Miriam. How many and what types of shoes have you packed? With lots of question marks. I'm scared of how many I'll still want when it's our turn to finally hit the road in mid-2025. Definitely would be sooner if we had our way.
Can I pick up the camera and show them?
But we are still waiting for delivery of new car and van. No, you cannot.
Battery will go flat.
Okay, so honestly, I've probably got about 28 pairs. I don't... What? It's not less. That's about what it is.
Did you say 48?
Okay, maybe there's...
Yeah, that's about right then, 48.
Okay. Well, if you count the pair of rock shoes that's in my water bag, like my just in case
shoes are
swimming
shoes,
bag,
mate.
I've got maybe 35. Yeah, okay, so you need a variety of shoes. So I've got my high-heeled leather boots for Melbourne. I've got my slippers. I've got my thongs. I've got my nice sandals. I've got my blunnies. But if you had to choose only 2 pairs of shoes, forgetting about going out and looking nice in places, Yeah, you need thongs.
Dirty pair of thongs and a clean pair of thongs.
You need thongs and you need blunnies. Blundstone boots are the best, most versatile shoe anywhere. You can hike in them. You can, like, summer, winter, they look good with anything. When they're new, they even look really nice. You can dress them up.
Yeah.
Anyway, so I've got lots of shoes, and what you need to do...
And bikinis.
Yeah, shoes and bikinis. My weakness is just buy a van that's big enough to take everything that you want.
Yep, and the car as well. And then you can carry all the shoes you want. Solved. Easy.
Yep. If you get a titanium, it's got like a kicker cupboard that comes down the kitchen. You can shove all your shoes under there. Or if you're like me, half the shoes fit there, the other half are there, and there are some over there. Anyway.
My life.
Moving on. Question for Miriam. I don't really know how to answer this one. I don't know if I should be truthful or not.
Of course you have to be.
Do you use a lip plumper? If so, which one?
This. Every morning when she annoys me. Whammo. There you go. Done, honey.
So, I do actually have a red lip gloss from Victoria's Secret that is a bit of a lip plumper, and sometimes I put that on and it makes my lips go all tingly. I don't
What's
use
a lip plumper?
You put it on and it makes your lips plump up. And it was from Victoria's Secret, and we were doing a What's Up Down Under episode in Harvey Bay with Macca, and I was putting it on at the table, and I was like, hey Macca, you want to try some lip gloss on? He's like, yeah. I didn't think.
Did he put it on?
I didn't think you say yeah. And he put it on, he's like, oh, and his lips started tingling. It was pretty funny.
So what does it do? Just makes them swell?
Yeah, it just makes your lips plump.
So we don't need any more of that stuff that you put in your lips? Perfect. Cheap. Cheap. I'll buy a box of them for you tomorrow.
Cheaper than lip filler.
There you go.
Okay, another one for me. We are travelling full-time with a Thermomix. We are set up for full off-grid. What is the most efficient way you can clean your Thermomix so far, thinking water usage-wise? So firstly, I'm the wrong person to ask for that because we don't have any issues with water, so I'm never really conserving water. But how I wash my Thermi is the same as what I did at home. I put it with water, put a drop of detergent in, put it on 10 for 10 seconds, tip it out, give it a quick rinse, and then I dry it out with paper towel.
Yeah.
I don't thoroughly clean it and scrub it with heaps and heaps of water if we are conserving water, which we don't do often. And I always wipe it out with a paper towel because if there's a bit of food or whatever left in there, it just kind of cleans out with a paper towel.
We've got about 500 litres of water on board in this van, and our new van that's coming has got 570 litres. So...
Oh, you just gave a hint away about your van.
Oh, yeah. So we live very similar to what we did in the house. Like, I mean, we do save water a little bit, but we don't... We're not conscious of it, do we? We
don't really think about water too much.
If we really want to think about it and be really stingy on it, we can get nearly up to 3 weeks on it, I reckon. So.
Yeah, and I tell you something I do not cook in my Thermomix if we are saving water is sourdough bread because that takes so much water to clean.
Does it? Oh,
sourdough,
it
just sticks to everything.
Yeah.
It's a pain in the butt.
Yeah.
And question number 8 is another workout one for me. Do you do workout plans and meal plans? I'm not quite sure if that's for me myself because I do meal plans sometimes if I need to. Workout plans, no. I do what I want when I want, however I want because I train every day. I just do whatever. Do I do them for other people? That used to be my job and I used to do it all the time. These days I do not have the time to do meal plans and workout plans for people, but I do have my Patreon account and those people that have subscribed to that get my workouts and they also get my advice too. So if they go, oh, I'm this, I want to do this, and this, I want to achieve these goals, I say, okay, let's do this, and this. And I'm also very
another plug again.
Educated when it comes to supplementation, so I help advise people as to what supplements they should be taking to help them achieve their goals, whether it be to sleep better, balance their hormones, all that sort of stuff. So
She's a clever cookie.
Yeah, nutrition, fitness, and exercise, and just, I guess, lifestyle 101 stuff is my passion. And yeah, for those people that have subscribed to my Patreon, I do help as much as I can. Yeah.
And I'm just a good looking one on the bus driver
so,
in this team.
Yeah, he's the typical boyfriend that doesn't take my advice. He's not even going to argue with me on that one. Rightio, so these are the questions now for both of us.
Oh, we've got both of us questions.
Yeah, we honestly had about 100 both of us questions, so I split it up. First one is, seen you guys in Alice Springs today. We just arrived at Uluru. What's the next destination? Well, here, this is our next destination.
This is, straight down the centre to Melbourne. We want to get there in about 3 days, so not really a destination. It's pull over on the side of the road at a camp and just chill for the night and get up early the next morning and just punch through. We want to get to Melbourne as quick as we can. Once we're in Melbourne, it gives us more time to unload this, clean it all up, and just get ready for the launch of the new titanium, what's it called?
Dealership. So basically Melbourne is our next destination. That is to launch our new van, pick up our new van, and then we'll be heading back up to Queensland. We'll be based there for like 6 to 8 weeks because we've got kids graduating and all sorts of fun stuff happening up there. And then... Once
we've done that, I know we've got the Titanium Caravans Owners Rally up in Burrum Shores. And then after all that's done, then we're going to punch down to Tasmania for the summer.
So technically, I guess if it's like, where's our next travelling destination, it's Tasmania.
Yep.
Yeah. Yep. So there you go. So Melbourne, Queensland, Tassie.
Yep.
Number 2, are you guys considering an incinerating toilet for your next van build? I'd just like to point out that our next van is already built, so we can't actually put it in. But for the next van,
we don't know enough about them. I know they're introducing them into the tiny home market. For caravans, I don't think so. Not yet, anyway. I don't know what's involved. I'm going to do some research on that and get back to you guys.
Our next van is due in next week or the week after.
It's done.
But the van after that, next year or the next year and a half or whenever we get another van, we will definitely research it because we're always researching and we want to use what's the best for being off-grid. And
I don't think we will.
If that's the best, then yes. If it's not the best, then no.
No, because we'll have to carry gas. So.
Oh, gas, no.
Look, I think it runs off gas. But no, I don't think we'll have an incinerator. The composting toilets are amazing. So
I'm anti-gas.
I don't think there's a need for it. Yep.
So no.
Yep.
Number 3. This one is, how did you guys meet and did you both always want to travel? So...
How did we meet again?
Okay, I'll tell the story. I was living in Hobart and I was planning on moving up to the Sunshine Coast. And so I was on rsvp.com.au, yes, a dating
it's Tinder
website.
these days, isn't it?
I think RSVP might still be around. I don't know. Anyway, I changed my location to the Sunshine Coast and Chris found me almost straight away. And we kind of stayed in touch and he followed me up there and then we had a date on the Gold Coast.
Yep. And the rest is history.
And the rest literally is history.
So RSVP.
RSVP.
And travelling, I think we always did a lot of camping and stuff. I definitely always did and then you did as well. So yeah, it just went hand in hand. It was...
Camping and travelling are two different things. I mean, I was born in Tasmania. I lived in Costa Rica. I lived in Ecuador and South America. I came back to Tasmania. Then I moved to South Australia. Then back to Tasmania. Then up to Queensland. Oh, Adelaide. I've been all over the place. So travelling is in my blood. I am nomadic at heart. And I've been camping since I was a kid. And Chris has been camping since he was a kid too.
Yep.
So yes,
Easy.
we met on rsv.com.au and we've always been into travelling.
Yep. We better hurry up, that light's dropping, hey? How's that light looking there? We're looking a bit dark.
Pretty dark.
Yeah,
I reckon you should go and just tweak a little.
Hang on a second. Hang on.
Tweaky.
Let me fix this up a little bit for you. Don't move. Oh, yeah, she's real dark.
Well, while you're fiddling with that...
That's a bit better.
Hey!
Who is in there? All right, let's go. Fire away. Come on.
Hey there, legends. My question is to both of you. Have you thought of what you both see yourselves doing in 5 years and beyond apart from YouTube, e.g. new life adventures and careers? I would firstly like to point out that we don't just do YouTube. YouTube is like a
slither.
smidge. It's the tiniest part. It's not even our biggest social platform. It's probably our smallest social platform.
And it's my least favourite too, by the way.
Yes. So YouTube is not... That's not our huge thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, we definitely do see ourselves doing other things moving forward. But to be 100% honest, my dream since I was about 12 years old was to be a travel presenter for a television show. I still want my own TV show. So whether that happens or not, I don't know. But
Channel 7, 9 or 10 if you're watching. Okay, you can stop now. You can stop now. They've all looked.
So your question, 5 years and beyond.
We do have a lot of plans. Whether they will come to fruition is another thing, but it's still going to involve what we do here. So, yeah.
So we love travelling. We love getting out and about. There's different ways to make money doing different things, and we're kind of dabbling at the moment, and we're definitely not pigeonholed into this is what we're doing. We're kind of like this. And doors are opening and we'll go this way. Yeah, so we've got lots going on.
We're just getting more and more experience at what we do.
Yeah.
That's the easiest way to explain
so,
it.
Yes,
so
we do have
some big plans coming. So, yeah.
Okay, number 5, brilliant question, and quite a few people ask something similar. Both of you, do you Barney and argue at times, and do you need time away from each other? How do you do it?
Can I answer this one? Mm-hmm. No, we don't. We have a loving, beautiful relationship in our gorgeous caravan. We're about to go outside and we stop and watch the sunset together and go for a skip and walk, We live in a tin can, mate. We literally pee each other off a lot.
Do you Barney and argue?
But at the same time, we've learned to live with it and deal with it differently. So you have to deal with it differently. So yeah, we do. Just like any normal couple. And living in a house, I think it's exactly the same. What do you think?
I think we actually fight more than most couples because we are so... Both of us are stubborn. No, we're both super, super stubborn.
I'm not.
Normally in a relationship, one person is more submissive. We do not have that. We are both literally like, So yes, we do fight. If you camp next to us for more than 3 days, you'll probably hear things going on and think one of us is murdering the other. But yes, no, we definitely do Barney. For me, I really struggle with how do I get away and get space on my own because I don't just jump in the truck and drive it away. I mean, I could, but it probably wouldn't go down well. He can do that. I often...
I just go to the pub.
Yeah, where's a pub? We're very rarely near pubs. I often go for walks. I just go and do my own thing out and about. It depends where we are. But yeah, we definitely do fight, and we definitely do need our own space. And a lot of times, just for me to get my space, not even when we're fighting, I will sit in the ensuite, shut the door, put my headphones on, listen to music,
nails.
dance around, paint my nails, watch a show, whatever, just chilling out. It's an ensuite. It's big enough. Like, I just shut the door, and then he does what he does out here, and I
just do my thing.
My thing in there.
Yeah, we deal with it a lot quicker these days.
Yeah. Question number 6 is, how do you finance your travels? Now, that one's actually quite lengthy, so we're not going to get in that today, but I am going to drop a link below to a YouTube video that we did a couple of years ago. It was called About Us, and we went quite in depth into how we finance our travels.
Yep.
So
it has shifted a little bit though these days, but similar, but just more
once again, fingers in lots of pies. We
Yep.
create content for other brands and businesses, not just ourselves. So it's definitely not just social media.
Yep.
So we do lots and lots of different things, and it's been a work in progress for about 8 years. So we
a lot of learning.
Maybe 8 or 9 years, yeah. So I've been editing videos and photos and doing that sort of stuff for about 15 years now. But anyway, lots of different things going on there. Oh, I don't know if we should ask this one. I actually told Chris about this question, and neither of us could come up with an answer, and I still don't have an answer. What's your favourite suburb that you would buy a house in Australia, excluding Tasmania?
I remember you read that one out the other day.
Yeah, and we couldn't come up with...
No idea. Literally, I've got no idea.
No, I still...
It'd definitely be tropical.
Yeah.
But, yeah, man.
I couldn't say a suburb, but location-wise, we kind of like the whole area north, a little bit north of Brizzy. Like Brisbane.
North, East Coast.
Yeah,
yes.
Kind of a little bit warmer up there.
Although I have fallen in love with Broome, though, so...
Yeah, but you couldn't pay me to move to WA.
Yeah,
I
it's
love
too
it,
far.
but it's just too far away.
Yeah,
It's just too far from our kids and our families and anything, really.
I think if we had to give one answer right now, really quickly, I think it'd be North Queensland, somewhere, but who knows?
Yes, aside from Tasmania. Both questions. Where did you get your wide brim hats from? I've looked everywhere, and whereas Miriam's hat is the best, so we told you that one. Hats by the 100 for my brown one, and Chris's hats, and the Oz hats.
Yeah, I have Stanton hats as well, Stanton and Brixton as well, so
Yeah. This is a good one. This is a shameless plug if you ever heard one.
Oh, here we go, another one.
When you stay in Cooktown, where is the best place to stay, and why is it Cooktown Campout?
Do they have
Cooktown Campout?
Last time we stayed at Cooktown, I think it was just in the caravan park there.
Oh my gosh, the last time we stayed in Cooktown, it was in the dodgiest, most rundown caravan park, and there were feral pigs running through the park, and we honestly felt like it was haunted. It was...
Really?
Do you remember? And we went there, and there was no one to collect our money, and there was just a sign on the door.
Oh, it was out of season though.
It was out of
the
season.
Middle of summer,
we usually go up there in the middle of summer. Anyway, we had a couple of interesting experiences in Cooktown. Love it up there.
Yeah, said it a few times.
So next time we go up, we will be staying at Cooktown Campout for sure.
We will.
When are you coming to Central Queensland so we can pick your brain? Ha ha ha.
We're here right now. Oh, Central Queensland.
Queensland.
Central Australia. I'm thinking. I don't know when we'll be back in Central Queensland. Oh, I know when.
When?
In end of April. We're punching up to Arnhem Land, so we'll be going straight through diagonally up to the three ways and then up from there. So.
There you go. You should be more specific about what part of Central Queensland.
Yeah, Central Queensland is big and central.
I have a question for the both of you. Do you guys own your truck and van, or do the sponsors? That's easy. We own them.
We own it.
Yes.
We own it, yeah.
We own them. This is a really long one. Heading off next year, living in our van, what advice would you give us as planning it? The wife and I love your content.
Just get ready to have a blast.
Oh, there you go. That's not a long one.
Yeah. I think so. Just don't plan. I don't think you need to plan too much. I just make sure you've got a comfortable setup and just go.
My advice is get Starlink.
Because
if you are heading off living in your van, you want to be able to contact your family whenever you want to. Because FaceTiming the family is all you've got. It's your only way of staying in contact with them. And a lot of the best places do not have any coverage.
I still think that's overthinking it a bit. Starlink is expensive as well, so... If you're trying to keep costs down, Starlink is not.
There was no mention about
important.
Costs.
No, I know that, but yeah, I think you can get reception wherever you are if you're jumping into a town or something. So as long as you're.
See, we are.
No. I just think Starlink is a huge luxury if you're not relying on it for work and for social media. Yeah, tough one. Just go out and have a blast. Don't overthink it. And you will just learn everything on the way, and you'll adapt to it, and you'll learn new things.
I think my advice would be also take it slow.
Yeah, take it slow.
And
definitely.
don't necessarily do a lap.
No.
Go whichever way you want. If you want to stay here for a little while, stay here for a little
Yeah.
while. And if you think you're running low on money, find work. There is so much work all over the place.
Yeah.
Different kinds of work. And kind of pick your seasons. Do a bit of research and figure out what places are best to visit at what time of year. Because if you get that wrong, it can be a really unpleasant experience.
I think another hot tip too is if you can avoid booking places, try not to. I know WA in the peak seasons all that gets very difficult, but having bookings
Can be difficult too.
it rushes you. I think, like you say, like you're saying, if you fall in love with a place, you can stay there. You're not forced or felt rushed that you have to move on and get to the next spot. Just enjoy it.
We actually came across a lot of that in WA. There were a lot of people that didn't have bookings that managed to secure them last minute, and they had to hop around different sites. It's a lot of mucking around, but there were also the same amount of people that had booked and then were like, oh, I can't make it now, and all my bookings are not going to happen because I'm staying longer here, or this has happened and I can't make it. So there were a lot of people that missed out on bookings that they had, or felt really rushed because they had made the bookings.
Yeah,
I think it's catch-22 really.
Yeah, no pressure. No pressure of bookings is another huge one. So.
Oh, the follow-up question to that one's great. Thoughts on WA? Did it meet your expectations, better or worse? The one thing I can say that's bad is the booking system in WA. We were just talking about bookings.
It's
a terrible booking system.
It's their busiest time, obviously, when we went. My thoughts on WA, absolutely love it. Absolutely love it. Is it any different to anywhere else?
It's just harder to get to.
It's a tough one. It's huge. There's so much travelling involved.
A lot of distance between locations.
Yeah, look, it's stunning. The Pilbara and the Kimberley, I think, is where I'm at.
Yeah.
But in saying that, there's such amazing places everywhere around Australia. So,
yeah.
But definitely, 100% worth it. Definitely don't not do it.
Well, I think you're going to see, as you would probably know, our travel YouTube episodes were about 3 months behind in those because we film so much content. It takes so long to edit. If honestly we were up to date, I'd be editing 24/7 and we're putting out 4 or 5 videos a week. So I'm currently editing, we're heading into Warra Station. And I edit a lot out of what Chris says. And the last 3 episodes has been the Ningaloo coast. So Quabba,
what did I say wrong?
Warra, repeatedly. This place delivers. This place delivers.
It's epic.
WA,
it's epic.
you've delivered. WA, you've delivered.
Because it's mind blowing. Every day you get up and it's mind blowing.
I keep in like 2 in his 3-minute talk. I'll keep 2. You're epic. You've delivered. But he says it like every sentence. So yes, WA definitely delivered.
WA is amazing.
We loved it.
It definitely is amazing.
Well, we loved it so much.
And it delivers, mate. It's epic, all right?
We loved it so much. We're going back next year.
Yeah.
Okay, and our very last question is from Cheryl. Is there anything that you have got now that you won't have in the next van?
That we won't have?
Yeah, is there anything that we've removed or that we've taken out of this van?
I don't think so. No. Everything that we designed in this van with titanium is what we wanted, and we haven't changed from that. So
no, we haven't deleted anything actually. Everything we've got. Oh, you know
I can think of one thing that we've deleted.
I can think of one thing we've deleted too.
And it's a roof hatch. And that's all we can say, and have a guess why we've deleted a roof hatch.
It's the roof hatch in the bathroom, and it's going to be really sad not to have that natural light in there, but it was a necessity.
But for extra recharge and input and sun, we had to sacrifice. So that's pretty much, I think, literally the only thing.
That's the only thing we've deleted.
Everything else is same.
Yeah. Rightio.
Yeah,
well, that's it for the...
Is that for the next episode as well?
Yeah, this is for the next one, and that's for the next one. We've got... You guys sent us so many questions.
Thank you so much for those questions.
Look at them all. Woo!
Thank you so much. Sorry I haven't been myself. I'm just a little bit knackered from driving today. It was a long day on the road.
And from washing the van and the truck yesterday and the day before.
The last 2 days trying to wash. It's been 3 months.
So it was long days driving, and then for him 2 days of cleaning, and then another day driving today.
I promise on the next one I'm going to be a lot more lively.
He says that now, but we're going to be in the middle of shifting vans in Melbourne, so we'll see how lively he is next week.
Maybe we can do it in the middle of the titanium factory.
Oh, yeah.
So they can see what's going on in the
background. Record it in the factory.
What do you reckon? We should do that. Let's do it.
Oh, gosh.
Let's do it. So if anyone's got... Yeah. Oh, sorry.
What were you going to say?
If anyone's got a titanium on order, they can watch it being built in the background.
Why not?
Thank you so much again. Thank you so much for all the questions. It's amazing. It's pretty cool, and I hope we can help you guys with the answers. What do you think?
Yeah, I like helping you guys out. And if you do have any other questions, please let us know, and I will add it to our ever-growing list.
Yep.
And please don't forget to subscribe to our channel, like the videos, and most importantly, leave us a comment because we absolutely love it.
We love to hear from you guys. So thank you again. Sun's going down. We missed the sunset. We were supposed to go for that romantic skip in the bush, but that's not going to happen now because of you guys. So thank you so much.
See you next time.
Bye.